Hi, peace, light, and love. And today's reading The Language of Letting Go. I'm going to do two readings at the same time because this is yesterday. Yesterday I had a difficult day. You have difficult days sometimes, so I'm going to make it up right now. So first of all, peace, light, and love. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and do subscribe down below. Staying in the present moment. Often one of the biggest questions is, what is going to happen? Right? What is going to happen in the future? We may ask this about our relationships, our career, our recovery, our life. It's easy to tangle ourselves in the worrisome thoughts. I think part of the definition of anxiety is that you're always busy with what's going to happen. You don't stay in the moment. Depression is that you're stuck. You don't think about anything. You're stuck in the past. Sorry. Depression is stuck in the past. Anxiety is stuck in the future. You're always thinking. You always have ideas in your mind as the wheels are turning. What's going to happen? So worrying about what's going to happen blocks us from functioning effectively today. It keeps us from doing our best now. Remember that. It blocks us from learning and mastering today's lessons. Staying in the now, doing our best, and participating fully today are all we need to do to assure ourselves that what's going to happen tomorrow will be for the best. Whatever happens will be for the best. Remember that sentence. Say it. Whatever happens, whatever is going to happen tomorrow will be for the best. Whatever is going to happen tomorrow is going to be for the best. And in Hebrew we say akol letova. Akol letova. Everything is, whenever something bad happens, a lot of people just take out the two words, akol letova. Hebrew is a very concise language. So what you say in English in many words, in Hebrew you have like 2 words. So akol letova. Everything will be for the best. Worrying about what's going to happen is a negative contribution to our future. I'm a worrier. I'm a Jewish mom, and I worry constantly about my kids, about what's going to happen in their future, blah, blah, blah. But I trust that I've invested a lot. They have, I've made sure that they have in their backpack, emotional backpack, I try to put in a lot of love, peace and light. Yes, they also experience other things, but I hope that their building blocks is basically good. And I hope that I was also trying very much to be very present in their lives. Contrary to my mother, I have to think about my past now. My mom was just not there. She was trying to fix everybody. She got the President's Award for being this amazing kindergarten teacher, helping kids that were kids of drug addicts and prostitutes or people that had a lot of problems. She was rehabilitating little children. But meanwhile, guess who was never home? Yep. Guess who came to an empty house? Guess who never had the key and was outside often? But that, something good came out of it. I learned to befriend the elements, to be very friendly. I love animals. I got along with cats, with people. I was good, with the neighbors. Luckily it was a time where neighbors were neighbors. You could just drop in. I had good friends whose mother was not there also. But she was a lawyer. She was a single mom lawyer. My mom was not. So I often wondered why a kindergarten teacher was not home. But I think she had a very difficult time being in the moment. She was always busy, like a bee. She was constantly busy. And sometimes when you're busy, you're not really in the moment because you're escaping people. You're not sitting across your kids or your partner or your friend, and you're not connecting to them because you're so busy doing in order to avoid dealing with people. So, I should have done that. So, but let's forgive our parents. Let's take a moment and forgive our parents, our mothers especially, for not being there when we needed them, for all the things that caused us pain, because they did their best. And don't forget, their best may not be your best, and you can always improve by being a better parent, a more aware parent, a more present parent than your parents were. You can always compensate for the next generation. If you don't have children, then your nieces, your nephews, any child you have contact with in your family or friends, kids, just try to be there for the children in the future, and try to be there, try to be a better parent. And if you're already a parent and you made mistakes, it's okay. You can still get better and better and better. And don't worry about what you did in the past. And don't worry about what's going to happen in the future. Live now. Oh, I hate to be kitsch, but there's a saying. The past is gone. The past is history. Sorry. The past is history. The future is mystery. And what we really have, the present, is what all we have is the present, and that's why it's called the gift. Something like that. So let's open the gift today. Worrying about what's going to happen is a negative contribution to our future, and living in the here and now is ultimately the best thing we can do. As much as we like to escape like a balloon sometimes, let's go up, let's go somewhere else. No. Not only for today, but for tomorrow. It helps our relationships, our career, our recovery, and our ultimately. Definitely improves relationships. Things will work out if we let them. If we must focus on the future other than to plan, all we need... Wait, sorry, I have to get the sentence. If we must focus on the future other than to plan, all we need to do is affirm that it will be good. Okay. Just affirm it will be a good future. So, this is the prayer sheet from Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie. I pray for faith that my future will be good if I live today well and in peace. I will remember that staying in the present is the best thing I can do for my future. I will focus on what's happening now instead of what's going to happen tomorrow. You know, we've been sort of educated to constantly plan. I was like a huge planner. I was constantly planning my future, my career, And then I met John Lennon, not really, but I ran into John Lennon's amazing saying that life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. And the whole idea of the Beatles, especially John and George Harrison, is to live the present moment. It's a very yogi idea. And when we do yoga, we're focused. We're living here and now. If you do yoga and you're not present, your thoughts are all over the place, you're not there yet. Once you get into the yoga, and trust me, it takes practice. I'm not there. I'm still in the process. Once you do yoga for a long time, or Tai Chi, any sort of meditative mind-body work, you'll find yourself one day you're like, wow, I'm here. And you don't think about what's going to happen. You don't think about what happens. You really live now. Because we have this culture of always worry, let's worry. And the anxiety is quite contagious. So if you know to stay in the here and now, and take your fingers now, finger to finger. That's what I do with the kids also. Feel the energy of your fingers now. And be very grateful for this moment. And I'm very grateful whenever you see this message from me. Put your hands together and feel the energy flowing. Feel the energy flowing, your hands, and feel the power within you to live now. Not escaping to the future, not escaping to the past, but living here and now. peace, light, and love. And thank you so much for watching the channel, subscribing to my channel. I'd love to hear from you. Any comments you have in here about how to live more in the here and now. Peace, light, and love.